Good day, students. Here I am again, your teacher in HELE 4. Today, we are discussing a new topic. This is all about manual sketching, shading, and outlining. With a learning target, differentiate outline, sketching, and shading. And practice and develop one skill in outlining, sketching, and shading. Are you ready? Let's begin. Be informed. In choosing a notebook to buy, what feature of the notebook convinced you to buy it? A notebook is an example of a product. Companies have to make their notebook products stand out from the rest of their competitors. In doing so, they will have to make the designs of their notebook creative, unique, and recognizable. Products are made to be sold to clients and consumers. Deciding a product involves planning and creating concepts that will be applied for its creation. Having a good product design influences the overall growth and success of the business. These are the features of a good product designs. Number 1. It should be functional. Number 2. It should have a good quality. And last but not the least, number 3. It should be easily recognized and must stand out among the rest of the product in the market. These are the features of a good product design. One of the steps in product design is sketching. Before learning how to conceptualize a product design, below are some terminologies that you must be familiar with. Number 1. Drawing. It refers to a two-dimensional marking on a surface. Second, outlining. It refers to the drawing lines such as vertical, horizontal, diagonal, or broken lines among others. Third, sketching is a preliminary drawing wherein the details of the drawing is incomplete. Number 4, shading makes the drawing more realistic. It shows the depth of the drawing. This can be create a three-dimensional illustration. Do you remember the first time you learned how to draw? What we did back then was basic flat drawings. You draw a stick person using lines and circles, and you draw a house using shapes. These are the different features in creating a masterpiece. Number 1, outlines. An outline is essential in drawing as it defines the shape of an object. A child who is just starting to draw a human figure begins with the basic of using lines and circles. This is a great example of an outline. By continuously doing outlines, you can form other illustrations from simple to complicated ones. Second, sketching. Fashion designers or engineers, for example, draw their drops or rough plans through sketching. Sketching is a freehand drawing. It may or may not require shading. After doing the outline of an object, sketch the details. These are the examples of a masterpiece or an output using sketching. At this point, the artist planned to draw a curly hair. He simplified the object by representing it with shapes and producing outlines. After defining the outlines, the details of the object are drawn. This makes the drawing process easier. It's a sort of tip. To develop your skills in sketching, constantly practice doing freehand drawing using lines and shapes. Third, shading. Before applying shading to your work, you have to master first the basic pencil drawing techniques. All of the shading techniques listed below can be made with lighter to heavier pressure. Number 1. Outline. It is done by producing lighter to heavier lines, depending on the need. A light outline is usually used to create guide outlines or temporary lines, whereas a heavy outline is used for final marks and the drawing. So these are the outlines, either diagonal, vertical, horizontal, and the like. Number 2, hatching. It is done by producing lighter to heavier shorter lines. This is like creating a bunch of smaller check lines. Number 3, cross hatching. It's like drawing a net of repeated lines in opposite directions. Number 4, steeping is the shorter and smaller version of hatching. This shading technique is usually used in smaller areas such as the iris. Number 5, back and forth stroke. It is the simplest pencil technique. This is done with a rapid back and forth motion towards the same direction. Number 6, scrambling. It is done by creating small, overlapping circular motions. Tip: practice controlling the movement and pressure of your pencil to create an excellent pencil shading effect in your drawing. To conclude everything, designing is a product involves planning and creating concepts that will be applied for the creation of a product. Outline is essential in drawing as it defines the shape of an object. Sketching is a preliminary drawing that shows incomplete details in the output, while shading techniques involve making outlines, hatching, cross-hatching, steeping, back and forth stroke, and scrambling. For your sketching activity, in a one-whole bond paper, draw the following illustrations. Use the same format in the outline activity. Reminder, this is a freehand activity, therefore do not use a ruler, only your pencil. Are you ready? You may now start. Before we will end our topic, did you know the very first short silent animated cartoon film dated back in 1906 entitled Humorous Faces of Funny Faces by James Stewart Blackton? The film shows hand-drawn illustrations and it is run for 3 minutes. Again, I am your teacher in HELE 4, Teacher Eileen, saying thank you for listening and goodbye.